Looks like everything is going well. Let me know if you can't see the whatever. Actually, I guess this will move here for this part of the stream. And hello, you guys. Move this here. Hey guys, yes, they fixed it. I didn't actually check. You guys told me about the description thing, so maybe I'll include this in the video. Let me just check on this stuff real quick. Apparently this was fixed. That's awesome. Did they change the text here? No. But the other thing is Mime Garg. They fixed what it says. No one's tested like the Wizard Garg or any of that stuff yet, right? I guess if that had been fixed, someone would have reported it to me, so we'll leave that for now. But apparently Mime Garg, they got rid of the untrickable here. Okay, so we'll start with that, and then we will get into the meta implications of all the balance cards. Okay. Fry, have you lost weight? Yes. I did just trim my beard today, so that helps. But no, I've been in the Philippines for about a month and a half now. And yeah, I lost a lot of weight. It's what happens when you are in a warm climate. You're happy, and you're just eating healthy. That's all it really takes. Been exercising too, because I've just been going to the park and playing basketball and badminton. It's a really cool culture here that you can just go and just play basketball with some random guys in the park, which is not something I really have ever been able to do living in Canada, so that's awesome. Not a new haircut, just trim my beard. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to be taking you guys off of the screen for the first part. There's going to be two parts to the stream. First, I'm going to be doing the meta reaction, going through and categorizing the balance changes into 3 categories. I'll explain all that once I start the video. And then afterwards, we are on a delay right now. I usually wouldn't have a delay, but I kind of just wanted to run it through as one stream. Afterwards, I'm going to be showing you guys an actual deck. So we are making 2 YouTube videos today. And yeah. Looks sunburnt? Nah, man. Should Mime Garg have Untrickable? It's just interesting they change it from 5.7 to 5.6, but anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. They did revert the Forget-Me-Nots in Primal, and that is the reason for this video here. Na 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 na. Yeah, sorry it hasn't been a stream. I moved apartments. I was actually going to stream the other day, but just a little story if you want to hear. So in the Philippines, most of the roofs of the houses are made of metal. It's not like in the United States where you have very soft roofs. So when it rains, it's very loud. I was just sat up, microphone, everything was ready, sat down to stream and it started pouring. And it was so loud that, like, my microphone's good at kind of filtering out the background noise, but it was so loud, it was like equal to the to as loud as my voice was, and my voice just sounded terrible. I made a little recording and I sounded like a robot. So it is nice weather today, so we are gonna get right into it here. I will explain everything. I'll explain everything. Let's start. It is surreal that we're getting regular updates, and I guess that is really the main point of the video today, more than anything else. Thanks, guys. You guys are so nice. I'm gonna drink a little water, and we're gonna start. It's not a Stanley Cup, guys, I promise. I wouldn't waste my money on something like that. Are you good at basketball? I'm kind of like a foot taller than, I'm like half a foot taller than the average Filipino. So I just play center. I'm not good at basketball, but I can use my weight and my height inside and just grab rebounds and shoot layups. That is the extent of my basketball skills. How old are you, Fry? I'm 30. I'll be 37 in like a week. In 1 week, I'll be 37. All right, guys. So, again, I'm just taking, because I want to be, I'm taking the Twitch chat off the screen. I will put you guys back on for the gameplay. It's just for this part of the video, since I'm concentrating in, it's kind of more of a speech than a, than an interactive stream. I can't really be interacting with the chat. Also can't be moderating the chat. I gotta really be focused on what I'm saying. So, yeah, man. All right, we'll talk more about the Philippines after all the streams are done. We'll chill and we'll chat a little bit, guys. That'll be in 2 hours. Let's see if we can get through this first part relatively quickly. You know what? I think I'm going to leave the budget OP since a lot of people were wondering what that deck list is. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that up. I'm not here permanently, but I will be someday. I already decided I'm going to move to the Philippines someday. The only question is when. Because this is the question. All right. We'll talk more about the Philippines after the stream if you guys want. Yeah, rainy season. It's just the noise. Honestly, the rain doesn't bother me. It's just the noise on the roofs. I'm probably just going to end up moving into a condo. It's, I'm living in a little subdivision, a little neighborhood, which is nice. I love the people here, but yeah, there's things like this with the noise from the rain. I might end up moving back to the city. We'll see what happens, open-minded. Still haven't found my place where I want to live here, but I definitely not want to move to this country. The question is, where? All right, guys, enough about that. We're going to talk about some PvZ heroes now. Here we go, guys. I spent a long time preparing this one. I hope you guys appreciate what I did with this, and it's not just going to be a repeat of the last video. Not at all. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today is a great day for PvZ Heroes. We are so back to the golden era of PvZ Heroes here. The devs have heard the outcry of the community and have quickly reverted 3 different changes in the recent plants balance patch. Forget-me-nots has gone back to only reducing zombie tricks by 1 brain. The primal sunflower is now only giving you 1 sun per turn instead of 2. And then the third one, which is a surprise to a lot of people, is the torchwood also got reverted. This is no longer giving team up. It's exactly what it used to do. 1 cost, 3 health, adding 2 attack, 2 AP, which is behind it. The Forget-me-nots and the Primal Sunflower were super important. These were easily the most oppressive cards in the recent balance patch. I really think now we are in a very, very good spot. I'm going to be going through in the rest of this video now, going through the new changes again, and it's just so this isn't going to be a repeat of the last video when I reacted to this balance patch when it was leaked. Instead of talking about each card individually, I'm going to be grouping the cards into categories based on how I think they are going to affect the overall PvZ Heroes meta. There's first going to be the cards that are going to be meta defining. They're going to be very commonly played, and they're going to change the shape of PvZ Heroes as we know it. The second category are the cards that I really don't think they're going to see much more play than they did before, even though they have been buffed. And then the third category are going to be the wild cards. It's going to be the non-obvious cards that, you know, they're not just going to be easy just to throw into a deck and get value. They're going to take a lot of creativity. These are going to be some of my favorite cards to really be using the creativity and try to build decks around them. And they definitely have that potential to come in and change PvZ heroes, but they're going to be niche and they're going to be difficult and to be putting into decks. Now, we're going to just be going into the collection and starting first with the most meta defining cards. Before I start this, I want to again just really pour out my appreciation to whoever you are at PopCap. Thank you so much for, I mean, we're living in an era in 2025 and PvZ Heroes is getting balance patches. This is just I don't even have the words to express my appreciation. This is really, really awesome. And again, especially the fact that they heard the community and took the feedback and reverted some of the really, really, you know, overpowered changes. That is really, really awesome. So we're going to be starting with the Guardian class. And so the first meta-defining plant strategy now is that Tempo is back. Tempo kind of died with Triceratops on the plant side. Used to play Forget-Me-Nuts on 1, Triceratops on 2, Photosynthesizers. Triceratops was the most powerful card in that strategy and it got nerfed. This is actually not a very good card these days. But now Tempo has returned with cards from the Guardian, the Mega Grow, and the Solar, and I'm going to be going through them one at a time. Pismashio, I think, is actually a really good card. It's overstated. It's super versatile because of its team-up. It looks really simple, but the fact this can be played behind things, in front of things, it has good stats in itself. I think this actually is going to see a lot of play, and it's going to be a strong part of the Tempo strat. Now, this is not even as strong as the next two cards I'm going to show you, namely one of the strongest cards right now in this balance patch is Steel Magnolia. The fact this is a 3-cost 3/4 in itself without any other abilities make this so playable. It's such a good tempo. It's like a, you know, it's like Rescue Radish with no downside. Rescue Radish used to only be able to play with like little buddies. Now this is Rescue Radish level stats, but also can protect your other cards. It can put so much stats on the board. For a 3-cost card, this is amazing, and this will be meta defining, and this is going to be a really important part of the Tempo. The other card is Red Stinger. Now, just from the little bit I've been playing with this, this is a really good Tempo card. 3/7 is great stats for a Tempo trait. It's really, really overstated. And then you have the fact that you can play behind and get power. Every Tempo deck, a Tempo deck means you're gaining slowly more stats than your opponent every single turn. Sort of like the Forget-Me-Nuts Triceratops. Click P, for example, you get a 1-cost 2/2 and then a 2-cost 3/3. That would be an example of a Tempo strategy, rather than aggro, which is just trying to do as much damage as possible, or control, which means trying to stall for the late game and then really put on the heavy hitters. And this is going to be a really, really good Tempo card. The fact that, again, since Tempo decks and PvZ heroes need to have aggression, they need to push and sort of beat your opponent before they're able to play all their super powerful late game cards. The fact you can turn this into a heavy hitter, it's so versatile. The 7/3 stats, they did actually fix this text from 7/2 to 7/3. Now that I'm remembering text changes, they also made the Solar Flare power say that it does exactly what it says. So that was a text change, and also, again, a little quality of life. They also changed the Mime Guard that used to say untrickable. Now it doesn't say untrickable. It says exactly what it does, so that's pretty awesome. But getting back to Red Stinger, again, it's not, even if it was just a 3/7 with Team Up, the fact you can play it in front of something and protect a really key card, it's just so versatile. You can just play this anywhere, and again, it's 7 damage for 4. It's so good. You just look at the situation on the board and play this adaptively, and this is really, really good, and it's such even a better card than it looks right now. And the 3 health also when it's the powerful. The fact it's not dying to a bungee or an extinction. The extinction event, this still does 5 damage. This is a really, really heavy hitter, and I think it's going to see a ton of play. Continuing with the Tempo strategy, Bok Choy is much better with the team up. I always thought this was like, oh, it can protect something, you can play in front of something. What I'm really realizing is that Bok Choy right now is Celery, an underrated card, but just way better. It's exactly the same thing, except it gains 3 attack the turn that you play it. So it's a much more powerful card. The cool thing about Celery is always the fact, and reason I used to run it a lot in aggro decks is the fact that the team up kind of makes it bullseye, because if you put it teamed up with another plant, it only charges the block meter once when they both hit, so it really adds that level of power. Bok Choy does the exact same thing, except it's a really powerful card. This is going to be really useful, and I think this is a much better card than anyone is even giving it credit for. Just, again, as an aggro card, Bok Choy, or a control card to be able to take out key threats like Conman and Headstone Carver, this was anyway good. It's just so versatile with the team up. The other card in the Mega Hero class, so Cabbage Pulse is going to be run in tempo decks as a 1 or a 2 of. You can't really run more than 2. The awesome thing is if you don't play this on Heights, it's at least now it's a 2 cost 2/3, which is average stats. But the 2 cost 3/4 is really the play you're looking for. It obviously is competing with itself for the Heights lanes, but this will be run as a 1 or 2 of in the new tempo decks. Now, the real heavy hitter tempo card in the Mega Hero class is Fertilize. This is a high risk, high reward card. The risk, obviously, you need a plant to be on the board. If you don't have it, if they answered your plants for a couple of turns, Fertilize does nothing. But right now, the reward at +4/+4 is insane. This is so much stats. And again, you gotta obviously play around Rocket Science and the big removal cards, but if you're able to do that, growing something and then using any kind of bonus attacks, whether it be plant food or coffee grounds, a lot of other cards, or Espresso Fiesta, any other of the cards that are in this Mega Hero class are going to capitalize on this huge amount of stats. Playing this on amphibious minions is crazy, guys. It's so powerful just playing this on a Lima Pleurodon or a Stingbean or something sitting in the water. Obviously, Mega Hero doesn't have any amphibious minions, but a few of the other classes do. And then finally, the big finisher in all of these tempo, if you're going to be running Mega Grow, you're going to be running Espresso Fiesta. I would say at this point, this is better than Plant Food because, again, it costs 3 more, but this is just an automatic finisher. This is just 3 Plant Foods in a row. The fact this went down to 7, again, I thought this was going to be super overpowered, super oppressive. I think this is good. It's really, really good. But I think this is actually in an okay place right now, and it's really important for tempo decks to have a way to finish games, and Espresso Fiesta is most certainly that. Then when we're talking still about tempo strategies, the other 2 cards, first is going to be Sunshroom. Now, you think of this as a ramp card, but I'm really going to think this is going to be more of a tempo card. If you're gaining more sun every turn than your opponent, then you're going to be able to put more stats on the board than your opponent. You can Sunshroom on 1, Fertilize on 2, and get a 4/8 Sunnier Shroom, which is ramping, which is also crazy. This is the best card right now that the Forget-Me-Nuts and the Primal Sunflower got nerfed. I would say this is going to be the best card in the balance patch. This will be useful in ramp decks, in late game decks. It'll definitely have that use, but this I think is even going to be more prevalent in the tempo because all of a sudden you're playing a 3-drop the next turn, and then if the Sunnier Shroom, which has 3 health, since this has 3 health, you're going to be able to play 5 sun on turn 3, which is just ridiculous. The fact this also has 2 health makes it really not that easy, unless they have Morticia Bats or something like that. Not easy for a lot of, it doesn't die to nibble. It's really, really, really good for a 1-drop. The other sort of card that I think we'll see some, maybe this is a little bit more niche, but I think Mixed Nuts is really, really good right now. In a deck that you're just trying to pile on so much stats that the opponent just runs out of answers, Mixed Nuts is going to be a big deal. The reason this is niche is because you really basically have to be running at least 10 or 12 team-up cards in order for this even to be worth running at all. Because obviously a 2 cost 2/2 is going to be terrible. It needs to have the team up, but since you anyway have Sunshroom that's going to be in all these decks, and you have a lot of other good team up cards like Colonel Pulse, and then Bok Choy is another one, if you're Chompzilla. So you should be able to find the use for the Mixed Nuts. A little bit more niche, but it's definitely part of that tempo strategy. All right, so now that we're done with the important tempo cards, and again, these are going to be much more relevant for Chompzilla, for Wall Knight, and for Mega Grow Guardian, which is going to be Grass Knuckles. Those are going to be the 3 heroes that got Giga buffed because all of those contain 2 classes that got buffed. But for all the heroes, except for Nightcap, who is sad didn't get any cards buffed since he's Smarty and Kabloom, they're also going to just be able to utilize these buffed cards with their other cards of their other class. So the tempo will be relevant for every single Guardian, Mega Grow, and Solar Hero. So moving on to the second thing is going to be Ps. Now, I kind of skipped over this before, but the fact that Torchwood, this probably was way more overpowered than it seems. I did actually decide intentionally to keep this budget deck since a lot of people were wondering about this. This is a budget version of the last YouTube video I made about the Ps. And I do think that Ps, even with the Torchwood getting reverted, are actually good. And the number one reason for that is actually P-Patch. This is, first of all, can be used as a tempo card in the tempo decks. The 2 cost 2/3 rather than the 2 cost 2/2, that was the buff, is so important because this can win trades now. You can play this in front of something, in front of their space time, or in front of a 2/2 that they played, in front of their cheese cutter, whatever they played that turn, or in front of their aerobic instructor, something with only 2 attack, and then it can be evolved and still get the full 2/2 buff. And that makes this a very good tempo card because you just get so much more value and you're gaining more stats than your opponent. So first of all, in the tempo strat, but also the Ps needed another 2 cost P. Black Eye, this is basically going to take the place of Black Eyed P in the P decks with the Gatling Ps. This is just so sad. 2 cost 2/2, but 2 cost 2/2 is bad stats. 2 cost 2/3 is good. This has also obviously other uses in order to making a big card, and especially playing a Gatling P on top of that means the Gatling P is doing 7 attack and then is a 7/6 double strike, which is great. So this itself, combined with the fact that Pod Father anyway got buffed before, not in the recent balance patch, but in the first one. So this is a lot stronger. And then, of course, you have Sting Bean, which is a super versatile card. I skipped over Sting Bean before, but Sting Bean in P decks is really, really good because this can be played now because of the team up, little buff, but now it can be played in front of your Podfather to protect it. It's just way more versatile when a card is team up. This can also be stacked in amphibious decks, also can be stacked with other cards in the water. Amphibious is still really, really good, and Sting Bean is anyway a card I used to run in the Citron and Beta Keratina. And the team up really does make a difference, and it makes it a really strong card. If you want to see how good Sting Bean is, just watch the P video that I already posted, not the budget version, the expensive version, from when Torchwood was making everything bullseye. I still think that this is viable, though. Again, maybe in this deck we wouldn't actually run the Torchwood. Maybe we would run something like Fertilize. Probably that would be more of the strat in this deck list because Torchwood isn't quite as good. Probably just take out the Torchwoods and put in the Fertilize, and you're good. Good to go. All right, so moving on after Ps, there's one more card that I think is sort of stands alone as a meta-defining card, and that is going to be Walnut Bowling. Control decks are going to be stronger because Walnut Bowling comes 1 turn earlier. This was really good at 9, now it's exceedingly good at 8, and this is going to be really meta-defining because it comes out faster. Control decks are going to be a thing. This is kind of the control card. I'll get to the other ones later because they're going to be more wild cards. Now, cards that I think are not going to really make a big difference. Well, they're playable. You know what I mean? All the cards on this in the unplayable list are playable, but they're not really going to make a very big difference. Sea Shroom is one. This is just going to be a niche card for Guardian to have an answer to Toxic Waste Imp. And honestly, Guardian already had an answer to Toxic Waste Imp Hot Date, which was better, because Hot Date, you can't Bungee or Rolling Stone this. Sea Shroom, you can. If you have a Toxic Waste Imp that needs an answer, it should probably be something that is not answerable. But again, it fills that niche. I guess it's kind of like Lima Pleurodon. I guess technically is it's a good answer to Toxic Waste Imp on turn 2. And that's what this is going to be. The fact you can run this with Spadao and then Buff Shroom and Buff in the Water, again, that'll be super, super niche. That's not going to affect the meta at all. The other cards that I don't think are really going to see much play or are really that important is Cactus. That got buffed to 3 cost 2/5. Honestly, 2 cost 1/5 was probably better. The only real use of this was either with Briar Rose because it's a high health flower, or with Pecanolith because it's a high health Bullseye. So it actually has become worse, being 3 cost 2/5. It's not going to be worth it. Same thing with Juggernaut. 3 cost, let's call this a 3 cost 2/4 because of the armor. Not super useful. The team up, it's kind of cool, but it's just understated. Like, why would you ever run a 3 cost 2/4 if in the same class you could just run a 2 cost 2/4? It's missing the Bullseye, but it's cheaper. I think that Pismachio is just a better version of Juggernaut. I don't think this is gonna see much play. Also, Soul Patch is cute. At 6 cost, it is completely outclassed by Gravitry, still that has the Untrickable and probably the better ability because, again, it's not only blocking, but it's making your opponent have some really, really difficult situations and terrible trades. This will be, again, niche with the Briar Rose strategy. It is a good card. 6 cost 5/10 with its ability. This is fine. This might see some play in control decks, but again, it's not going to really make... I don't think this is going to make a big difference. We'll see if it get played, but not a big deal. The next one, when we're moving on to the Mega Grow, is going to be Lily of the Valley. So, yeah, this makes it, the 2 attack instead of 1, it kind of makes it lose trades less often. But at the end of the day, this isn't going to really make a difference. This will be just as much played as it was before. The 2/2 doesn't, again, 2 cost 2/2 is terrible stats. I think that's really sort of the key to a lot of these, is just forgetting about the abilities of the card. Look at the stats. If the stats suck, the card is really not going to be reliable. If the stats are good, the card is going to be good. It's something I've really learned recently because of the recent balance patches, how important the base stats of a card really is. Obviously, you can still play this on turn 3 with the Shroom for 2 if you're Captain Combustible. It's fine, but yeah. Not a very important card. Banana Split, I don't think the 1 extra health is really going to make a difference. It's better now. This can be, again, played in niche decks where you have to have a minion on the board, so then you can fertilize. Like, if they kill this, you can then fertilize little half bananas. That's cool because fertilize is a thing. But other than that, it's not going to make a big difference. Plucky Clover also, it's a little bit too expensive for what it does. The little attack boost is nice, but it'll be a really, really niche card. Not going to really make a big difference in the meta. The other cards that I skipped over we're going to the Solar class. So the first one is going to be Sage. See, if this was just 2 cost, 2/3 draw a card, I think, or even 2/2 draw a card, it could be that would be good. The fact that it's only drawing cards once he hits to turn 6, do you really need a 2 cost, 2/3 draw a card on turn 6? Not really. Obviously, this does have par stats. This will see more play now because, again, it is on par for turn 2, but it's not going to matter. It's just really a 2 cost 2/3 and not very good in the late game. Just run a late game card. I mean, I guess like if you need like early game answers, little stalling for the early game, and then you don't want them to be much of a liability in the late game, sort of like Reincarnation, I guess it'll fill that niche. I still don't think people are going to run this. The other Cosmic Flower, it's just really bad stats at the end of the day, and it's not conjuring anything too important for it to be justified. Chomper gained extra health. What I think this needed was extra attack. Right now, it's not going to see any play. It's still just Hammer, but worse. This had 3 attack, though, and is actually a threat on the board, so I think that would really... I think this should have gone to 3/2. That would have really fixed this card. Of course, also Smashing Pumpkin, 6 cost 6/6. It's just 3 to Chomper, but worse. This is not going to see any play. Obviously, it's just a chunk of stats at 6 cost. Alright, so the next ones are going to be also that I don't think are going to matter that much as Sunflower Seed. This is a ramp card that has a very difficult ability to activate it. It needs to die, which is very difficult to happen. Again, a niche card, not going to really matter. Same thing with Toadstool, the extra health. This was a half-decent card, especially if you're, facing a lot of cowboys and things with 4 less attack that you really have to answer. You can ramp up to turn 8, so you play this, turn 6, and then the next turn you can walnut bowling. But that it's going to be really stay in the same niche as it always was before. So those are the cards that don't matter, and now I want to get into some of my favorites, which are going to be the wild cards. And the first one is none other than one of my favorite cards right now in PvZ Heroes. Can't believe I'm saying this in 2025. It's Starchlord, man. The little bit that I've tested this, I did it in a Walnut ramp deck, so ramping to this is going to be one way. The other way is with Spit Out and Imitator Starchlord, because then you get 2 on the board. And 1 buffs they both actually buff now, since Starchlord is getting self-buffs every time you play a route. Starchlord, guys. Starch Lord is the reason this matters so much is the fact that it's getting buffed is because before it was a understated card and the whole point was just to buff others. It took a really long time for it to really get enough value. It kind of just was a late game card draw card, but now this is a big threat in itself. It really fits the theme of the other cards in this patch, that when a card gets good stats, then its abilities can really shine, but it has to have a base amount of stats. And this, again, play one route, and this is already a 4-cost 3-5, which is really good. Obviously, if you're playing a bunch of routes, it becomes a 7-9 and a 9-11 and a 12-14. But anyway, the cool thing right now about Starch Lord is the fact that you don't have to run a lot of routes in the deck for this to be good. You can literally just run it with Wall Knight, ramp to it, and just spam Starch Lord, and it's just the roots that it conjures are enough to justify this card. You play one route, so that route got 1/1 buff, and now this is a 3/5. Like, that is already a fine card, besides for the fact it's also drawing you. Like, that's a great card already. So the versatility of this is going to be, it's much, much easier as opposed to before you had to run it in a spit out deck with just a million roots and raptors and triceratops and stuff like that. You don't got to do that. Starch Lord stands alone as its own threat. So that's really cool. This is going to be a wild card because, again, you can't just throw Starch Lord into every deck. What is this? Is this a tempo card? It's kind of slow for a tempo card. It's not a control card. It's not an aggro card. So this is kind of like a value card draw. That's going to be the challenge of Starch Lord, and it is a challenge that I am more than happy to be facing. I do have the chat off for this part of the stream, but I just want to turn them on for a second because I'm sure all of you guys on YouTube know exactly which copy pasta they are spamming right now. All right, we are going to be moving right along to Cosmic Nut. This is again, a 4-cost 4/3, which is pretty decent stats, but then it's conjuring this nut with the attack that's 4 now instead of 3. I've been getting like a 2-cost 4/10 water chestnut from this amphibious team up, which is just so ridiculous. This is doing so much more than it used to. This is going to be, again, a wild card because, again, where does this fit? It's not an aggro, not a control. Maybe it's a control card because it's doing 4 damage, answering something, and then drawing you an OP card. Maybe this is a control card. It's going to take some creativity, but I'm really, really excited about this. And again, with a little bit of creativity, this is going to be really, really good. Next one is Paracub. Oh, this is a tough. I've seen some people get some real value from this because just the fact that the Paracubs are going to be buffing your other Paracubs when they die, and then just running this with a cup. Paracub anyway was a really, really good card. I'm going to say don't try to shove this into a deck with as many fruit as possible. That's going to ruin it. Use this for the value, and if it happens to hit a fruit, then now, again, Paracub was amazing before. It was a really good card before, and now it's spectacular. And being, sort of having that little bit of extra power is definitely going to make Paracub really cool. I don't think it's going to matter when it comes to fruit decks, and that's why I'm not putting it in the meta-defining the meta-defining cards. All right, well, we're going to move on to Bodyguard. Maybe I should have put this in the meta-defining ones, because this is a really, really strong. This will be really good in control decks, because it's blocking and giving you superpowers. Maybe this will also be viable in the tempo decks as well, because it's putting a ton of stats on the board. It's super versatile with the team up and the amphibious, and it's also giving you tempo because you're gaining superpowers. That's the thing, blocking. It's not only defending you, but it's giving you more tempo. You're getting a superpower that you can play for free once you block. So this I probably should have put in the meta-defining ones. It's a little expensive. It's not going to be really part of like the cheaper cards, and the tempo decks are going to be more important. I guess this will end up being a little niche, but I think this is quite good. I'm really excited to find the real use of Bodyguard. But Bodyguard, it lacked the stats. It lacked the power. As a 5-cost card, needs to help finish off opponents. And now at 4 attack, I think it really does that. Even though it dies to rocket science, it's fine. It has power. That's what it needed. Another wild card is going to be Umbrella Leaf. At 2 health, this survives a lot more. Really looking forward to. It's going to take us still a lot of creativity. Because still a 1-cost 0/2. But now again, this is really at the point where it can actually, not just doesn't instantly die to everything at 1 health. And really looking forward to figuring that out. All right, here's one of my favorite cards in the balance patch, and it's definitely a wild card, is Cosmos. This isn't going to be like instantly meta because you have to be running this with cheap environments, and planned environments, you know, especially Spikeweed Sector got nerfed to 3 cost. Planned environments are in a really bad state. The two things that this is going to work with is going to be Coffee Grounds, so that's going to be Chompzilla. You'll have that with the Mega Row class, and if you play Cosmos on 1 and Coffee Grounds on 2, you have a 4/4 double strike. You're doing 8 damage on turn 2, which is ridiculous. So we already know that's going to be good. I'll be streaming that deck, actually, right when I'm done with this video. That'll be coming out very soon on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. The other one that is kind of cool is with the Kabloom class. So if you're Solar Kabloom, you're Solar Flare, and you're running like a lot of lava. So you can run Hot Lava, which is 0. And then you can run the Fireweed, which, you know, puts another threat on the board and also is making lava. And those are going to be environments. I've even seen some people theory craft that you can basically have, on turn 2, you can have like basically lethal on turn 2 if you have 2 Cosmoses, and then the other. You start off with, well, then you play 4 Hot Lavas on the boards, then you have 2 10-10s, you can get 20 damage on turn 2, basically. So it's going to be fun. I think that's going to be a little worse because Hot Lava is the worst of an environment, and it's really going to be a big liability just to run a ton of lava. But again, with lava, you can also run cards like Invasive Species. I'll definitely give that a try with Solar Flare. It seems like it's going to be worth it. But yeah, this is going to be hard card to run, but it's going to be a lot of fun to figure out. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be some other environments we can figure out. Even something like Bog maybe would be really good because that's a half-decent 2-cost environment. Could be Cosmos on 1, Bog on 2 with Rose. We'll be fine. Another wild card, I'm putting these two together, is going to be Bloomerang and Power Flower. These are the same card right now. They're 4-cost, 3/5 strike through. Power Flower obviously being the better one because it can heal you for a little bit. These are basically the same card, and I have a feeling that if we're running these in a deck, we'll be running, you know, 4 copies of each, or at least 4 copies of Power Flower, and then 2 copies of Bloomerang. It is a lot. It's a lot. 4-cost, 3/5 strike through is a lot. This can be a finisher. It is like lacking finisher stats, only having 3 attack. But we do have a lot of Mega Grow cards that increase attack. We have, you know, bonus attacks, Espresso Fiestas. It's going to be a challenge, but I think especially with Chompzilla that can make these do bonus attacks, I think that, you know, they have 5 health. They're going to be difficult to remove from the board. 3/5 is really difficult to remove from the board. These are going to have a niche, and going to take a little creativity, but totally doable. The next one is Briar Rose. It's going to... people have been saying this is overall a nerf because now it dies to Rocket Science, and the real value from Briar Rose is not its stats. It's its ability of being able to destroy everything when they touch a flower. I disagree. I think this is overall a buff. It has more stats. It does more power. The fact that this now fills 2 niches. First of all, it's this removal card that gives you a lot of value. But second of all, it sort of is a finisher. It's doing 4 damage. That is the baseline of finisher level attack stats. I think this actually will be more useful. Again, it's going to be taking some creativity to find exactly the decks with the flowers. But I think it's pretty good, and overall better, in my opinion. I might be wrong. And the last one I'm going to be grouping together is going to be Cuke at 5 cost, and in the same category, I'm going to kind of put Doomshroom, which is over here that got buffed. That now it's conjuring you a mushroom card when you play it, which again does. Control cards love to draw cards because now you're gaining card advantage besides for everything else it's doing. In the same category, I'm also going to put the 9-cost Cornucopia, sort of a niche finisher, obviously very outshined by Walnut Bowling, which is going to be much better at 8, but this still is viable. So what about control? I think that Cuke at 5 is a very decent control card. Think of it as Lawnmower, but it just costs 1 more and it can hit several minions at a time. We're gonna have to see again the exactly where we can how we're gonna be able to make control decks that are super late game control, Cuke, Doomshroom, maybe some of the other cards like Cosmic Nut, maybe some of those ones will also, in Briar Rose, sort of will fill that niche in the control decks. And then you have, again, all these really cool finishers. So really looking forward to the Walnut decks that are just complete troll. And, you know, you can use like maybe 4 Walnut Bowling and several cornucopias as a finisher. So this is going to be cool, niche, and definitely a wild card in this game. Cornucopia probably, if I'm being perfectly honest, still not going to see a lot of play at 9 because it doesn't do a lot if you have other minions on the board, and it also is usually making a lot of 1 and 2 cost minions. It happens to be specifically when you're running the Cuke, which means you're kind of building the deck that you don't have a lot of minions on the board. You're really running it very pure removal base. A Cornucopia comes a lot better because you have an empty board, and Cornucopia does obviously a lot more when the board on both sides is empty. Anyway, guys, that is my meta reaction to the recent balance patches. Another huge shout out to whoever you are at PopCap. We love you, and we are at PvZ Heroes, and is in a really, really good state right now, and I'm really looking forward to use some of these new cards, a lot of these new cards, and a lot of new types of decks, especially those Tempo Plant decks. Really excited to try those out. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Fry. All right. Guys, the stream is far from over. That's going to be the first video. Now, let's get the sound on. Let's switch everything up here. And I do have a deck to show you guys. I'm going to now take a little break. I'll show you guys the deck for now. Cute score, exactly. Yeah, there's no more 10 class plant cards. Damn. Here's the deck I want to show you. Was this it? No. I don't have it here. I gotta load it up. It's supposed to be called Chompzilla. It's on my phone. I built it on my phone, so I got her. What you gotta do is, so if you have 2 devices, you gotta quit PvZ Heroes on both devices. Start up first the one that you made the deck on. And then start up the second device, and that's how you sync the new decks on your different devices here. So I'll be showing you guys a Cosmos, Coffee Grounds, and a lot of other things. Chompzilla deck. I want to work on the deck with you guys a little bit. So again, I'm just gonna... Is there something missing down here? Wait. Where's friends? Why is there no friends here? I knew there was something missing. The hell? What? Where's the friend? It's on my phone, so it's not like friends are missing from the game. Why is there no friends? Oh, wait, this is bothering me too much. I have to restart. Oh, and I'll get the chat up. Braxton says, hi, Fry. I've been watching since I'm 15 years old. Now I'm 22. First time writing. Welcome, Braxton. I love hearing stuff like that. Where's the... Well, it's not loading. I'll be able to play online, I guess. It's really weird. It's just some glitch with my app, specifically on BlueStacks. I don't get it. Here's Chompzilla. I know, I have no friends now. Alright, here's where I'm at with this deck. I'm gonna take a... I have to just rest my voice. I'm gonna take a little 1-minute break now. We're gonna come back, work on this deck, and we're gonna do a full gameplay video. We'll do 8 games with this one. Or maybe 10. So, guys, we have 900 people here watching on YouTube. That's cool. Guys, I'll be back in 1 minute for the gameplay. Don't go anywhere. Onion rings. Yeah, this is a deck that you're playing faster, so I'm not going to run onion ring. That would be a deck, but it's a very different deck. So, the thing I'm thinking about this deck here, guys, is getting rid... The Captain Cucumber is weird. It's really good with the coffee grounds, but it doesn't really fit the theme of this deck. I really want this to be more tempo, so we could take these out. The water balloon also is the other card I'm not sure about, because this would be a good answer to Toxic Waste Imp that would wreck this deck otherwise. But, you know, Ice Spore would be a big removal. We're not really running any big removal. This deck is good in itself. I just feel like it could be better. Now, the thing I was thinking of running is 3 Kernel Pulse. And then 4 Mixed Nuts. Maybe we'll go like 4 Kernel Pulse, 3 Mixed Nuts. Because Mixed Nuts, again, bricks a little bit more. Thank you, Hayden. Oh, they added Team Up. Okay, cool. It says Team Up now. What is it, in the Smarty class? Cool, 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 cool. So, okay, you could run 3. This is a 3 of. These are really good. I don't think there's too many tricks in this deck right now. Because you're very there's so many little cheap cards that you're very reliably going to be able to get the fertilizers and stuff. Maybe this is the way. The team-ups are also really good because you're running the vegetation mutation. So kind of the more team-ups the better. The curve is very low right now, which is a problem. Like, the Captain Cucumber, I tested it with the Captain Cucumber, and it was good. It was really good, but you can play it on turn 2. You can play like Sunny Shroom on turn 1 and Captain Cucumber on turn 2, but it wasn't tempo. It was kind of very slow because then you have to develop the other card. I don't know. Yeah, it is a very low curve now, which again would be the reason to run Captain Cucumber. But on the other hand, you have so many ways of capitalizing on your little cards. Maybe this isn't right. Cob Cannon, just what does it do in this deck? It would be nice to have an answer. It could be Cob Cannon instead of the Mixed Nuts. I kind of want to run the Mixed Nuts in this deck. I think 4 Espressos is too much. Maybe you're right. I practiced this version offline. Because, you know, what's your 3-drop? That's the problem here. This is the version I was playing with offline. The Captain Cucumber makes the deck fun, but it's not really what the deck is anymore. It's a tempo deck. I did run Potato also. I ended up cutting out the potatoes because it is good with the espresso. It was just kind of didn't... I mean, it kind of fits the theme. It's a big tempo play. Oh, this deck is fine. This deck is fine. The question is, I just want the consistency. I guess for consistency, it's probably better not to run Mixed Nuts. This is the answer to Toxic Waste Imp. It could be just instead of Captain Cucumber. I mean, this is fine. Because instead of Captain Cucumber, I guess you could just run the Potatosauruses. There's a part of me that also wants to run some Power Flower in this deck. Growshroom. I could run Growshroom instead of Captain Cucumber. I feel like there are... If I'm running 4, and then also Growshroom, I feel like that probably is too much. I need a little bit more standalone than that, you know? Because you play this on 1. If they answer your turn 1, they answer your turn 2, the Growshroom doesn't do anything. Yeah, Chompzilla not popping off with 3-drops. Who are you going to use espresso on? Anything that has a buff on it. My gut says we should keep the water balloons because we want an answer to toxic waste imp, which is very, very prevalent. So I'm always keeping these 3. We could ditch bok choy. You're ramping to a combo play, so it's this on 1 and then either Fertilize on 2, Captain on 2, or Cosmos plus Coffee Grounds, Bok Choy plus Cabbage Pulp. You're ramping to tempo. You guys aren't understanding. This is not a ramp deck. This is not a this is not a. I mean, it's not a traditional ramp card that you're ramping to a big minion. You're ramping because now you're gaining more stats than your opponent. It's a tempo ramp. It's a little bit different, and it works really well, guys. This, this I'm not removing from the deck. Any circumstances, forget about it. Muscle Sprout. It's just a little weak as a 3 cost 3 too. So what do I really want in this deck? Potato. I want mixed nuts, but I feel like if I don't run mixed nuts in this deck, I don't know when I'm gonna run it, you know? Team ups are really good with the coffee grounds and the vegetation mutation. Really good. I'm gonna not argue with the chat right now. You guys are gonna have to see this deck in action. I'm not gonna be able to theory explain this one to you guys. I played this a little offline. Repeater would be really interesting for this deck because we're running all these buffs, but I don't think so. Great power now, it's too slow. Alright, I'm not talking to the chat anymore. I'm just gonna trust my gut here. Sunshroom kind of acts like the flag zombie in this deck. That's you're getting somewhere with that Ice Not Blended. If you're trying to understand what a ramp tempo is, Flag Zombie would be a good reference. Obviously, very different card, but that's the right idea. Alright, good. Good. Just give me a second. Not running kernel pulp, but I'm just not running mixed nuts in this deck. It doesn't make sense. But we can run second cabbage. This does feel really good now. Is Bananasaurus Rex better than Captain Cucumber? It really is. It really is. The fact you can play early is also really cool. The other card I can run instead of this would actually be Red Planet. Which works really well with the team-ups. It turns every card into an Espresso Fiesta target. It means now we're running 10 cards that need to hit one of your own. Really, if you count Coffee Grounds, it's 14 cards now that need something to be on the board to do anything. But this actually seems cool now, and it does make your Cosmoses a lot better having a 6 environments. I don't think you can run fewer than 3 espressos. We don't have an answer to big minions, but you kind of do. In fact, this sort of is an answer to a big minion. If they play a big minion, Red Planet does answer it. Vegetation Mutation sort of is the mixed nuts in this deck. It's how you capitalize on team-ups. Red Planet really might be the what we need to make this deck really shine. I'm definitely running 4 Coffee Grounds because the deck is built around Cosmos Coffee. You're gonna see how good that is. If you get 2 Cosmoses, man, it's ridiculous. I like this now. Is this too brick, though? Not really. Not really. Is it better just to run like, you know, instead of that, I could just run like Astrocado at that point. Alright, let's try this. I think this is definitely the high potential version of the deck, so let's do this now. Here we go. Let's make the deck list. We can always make some changes as time goes by. Alright, here we go, guys. I almost would run Power Flower over it, though.
Hey
What is
Fry,
this?
could you do a Star-Lord deck with Potted Powerhouse? I've been cooking it with a friend, it's been working really well.
I'm gonna
Love
do some
you.
Starch-Lord decks.
Smile.
Probably not with Kapata, though. This isn't right. This is not right. Why am I struggling with this so hard? I know, I'm taking too long, you're right. Alright, you know what? We'll try the red planets and we'll go from there. Let's try it. Chompzilla. Here we go. I'll change this if it doesn't, if it breaks. Here we go. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today we are doing a Tempo Chompzilla deck, the new strategy on the plant side. And the very first thing that I'm going to show you in this deck, even though there's a lot here, is Cosmos on turn 1, Coffee Grounds on turn 2. If you can get that, you're going to have a 4/4, since this grows by 2/2 now every time you play an environment, that has double strike on turn 2, which is just ridiculous. If you have more than one Cosmos on the board, and let's say on turn 3 then you play the Coffee Grounds, this is just such insane value. The other environment decided to run last minute is Red Planet. This will also be growing any of your little cards by a lot, especially if you have team-ups, which now Bokchoy has team-up, and we have the Sunshroom. This will be hitting multiple minions, and we'll be setting them up for the big finish in this deck, which is going to be Espresso Fiesta. Now, the Sunshroom is not a ramp card. We're not ramping up to Espresso Fiesta with this. This is a tempo card. A tempo deck means you're gaining more stats than your opponent on the board, and a really good way of gaining more stats every turn than your opponent is to gain more resources than them. You're going to spam this on turn 1, and then on turn 2, you're going to be making some kind of combo play. It could be Cosmos, Coffee Grounds, it could be a Cabbage Pulp plus a Bokchoy. You're going to have so much more versatility with the extra sun. You can also just straight play Fertilize on top of your Sunnier Shroom. This will go up to a 0/3. It'll be gaining 2 more sun every single turn, and then you can fertilize this. Now you're going to have a Sunnier Shroom on turn 2 that is going to have 4/7 stats, which is ridiculous. The Fertilize, another tempo card that's got buffed to 4/4. This is really going to be good with a lot of the little cards that we are running, because you're very often going to be having a good target to go ahead and fertilize. Running 2 Cabbage Pulse, you can play this on Heights and you get a 2 cost 3/4, which is ridiculous stats. We're running Click Piece, which of course is also a really good tempo card. The first one's a 1 cost 2/2, but afterwards 2 cost 3/3, 3 cost 4/4, and these can take over a game in itself. Running a couple of Potato Sources to give us one more good juicy target for a big Espresso Fiesta finish at the end. This also draws you a card, be able to give you a little bit extra steam in this deck in case somehow they answer all of your early game. And then we're running some Water Balloons in order to answer cards like Toxic Waste Imp and open up lanes so you can be hitting face. Let's get into the games here. The Vegetation Mutation should be really good. Even if it's hitting one card, giving it a 2/2 buff is fine, setting up the Espresso finish. But especially if you have team-ups, which you're very often going to have, and especially those team-ups are in Coffee Grounds, giving a bunch of your minions a 2 cost buff for, you know, giving them 2 attack and 2 health is absolutely ridiculous. Let's get into the games. Hope you guys enjoy. Main card I'm going to keep an eye on is the Red Planet. If that ends up breaking, I'll take it out and put in like a Bananasaurus Rex. I kind of want to run some Jack-o'-lanterns in this deck. I'll probably just run Jack-o'-lantern at that point. You're going to hard mulligan for your early game, though. You want to maybe keep one of these in case you get a Cosmos. But that is a beautiful starting hand. So let's get into the games here. If you think we are going to win 6 out of 8, vote yes. 5 out of 8 is going to be a no. Betting our Fries over here at the live stream, twitch.tv/FryEmUp. Now, should we go for the Cosmos on 1 and play into Bats and Summoning, or should we just go for this on turn 3? I think because we have a pretty good curve here, I'm going to actually play this on Heights. He makes the Bokchoy player on Acid Rain a little bit better next turn. We just don't want to play this and it gets batted exactly from Immorticia. And they didn't have the bat, so we made the right decision. We basically win this trade. You draw a card, but we get 2 cost 3/3 Click Piece in our deck, so that's fine. Superpower is out of hand. Now that we know there's no Acid Rain, we can just spam this on ground. Hooah! So now what? I think we play this on ground and we'll go for the Cosmos next turn. I guess we can play both of these, and we're kind of playing around, you know, just playing into Extinction Event mostly. I think I am going to just play this. And we'll go for the combo next turn. The bets are 6 out of 8 is a yes. What's wrong with the bets, guys? Will I win 6 out of 8? Oh, you're right. There's something wrong here. You're right. I don't know why it's all messed up. I'm gonna delete this and start over, guys. Everyone gets your channel points back. I don't know what is wrong with this here. There, it's fixed. The betting has just started again. So that's cool. I could just fertilize this. This probably is going to be like a Mad Chemist, so this is a really good play. A really good play into Mad Chemist. I'm going to go for it. Pretty good into Teleportation Zombie as well. Really no answer to a 6-5 here with only 2 brains. So that's awesome. And it does just make the Cosmos Coffee Grounds play way better next turn. Goodbye, Telezombie. Died for free. Bozo. The tempo has begun, you guys. Which is better, the 6-4 or the 4-4? I think the 6-4 is better here. So we're going to put this one in front to die and keep the 6-4 alive. Oh, I could have actually healed this so it would go up to 6. Maybe that was a good heal. That's fine. This is okay. 6 more damage to face. See if the opponent actually has a rocket here. If they don't, they're gonna die. We got a lot of our... It would be really nice to get one more minion here. What's he gonna do? Wait! Can we win on this? I think we can win on this play. Guys, this is insane, because it's going to go up to 8, 9, 10, and we're going to have 12 attack. Bro. Nice 9-6, bozo. I think that's going to be lethal, right? As long as he doesn't block, we win. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes. Yes! What a perfect first game! Hell yeah!
Sorry, Fry, for earlier. I am voting no because the deck only has 18 minions you can play in the first.
La-di-da-di-da. That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. Just try to be open-minded. Thank you. Yes! Come on! Oh, it doesn't get much better than that, guys. So again, we're hard mulliganing for our early game here. That's interesting. Do I look now for not Clickpea? I think we're gonna look for not Coffee Grounds, bruh. We have to ramp to something. Alright, fertilize it is. I'd love to get the fertilized play. So I think we're doing this on ground now. We got away with it, guys. We're doing the god play. It's Sunshroom on 1, Fertilize on 2. This is so strong. What is he even gonna play here? Toxic Waste Imp. Oh, a 3! You're doing 3 damage to me! What am I gonna do? It's 4. It's so crazy. I could have also done 6 if I wanted to do the Coffee Grounds. Maybe that would have been better, is to go for 6 here instead of 4. He also charges his block meter twice. Now we're getting 5. Oh my gosh, the play is going to be crazy. Nice. Oh my gosh, he went. He didn't even block this lane. He's dead. He's just dead here. Guys, look at this play. Is that lethal already? We're doing 11 and 6. That's going to be lethal right now. This is going to be turn... Oh, okay, fine. He got 3 damage. Good for you, boy. It's still doing 12. We also have very nice stats here. Damn, did he California roll too? This guy should be down to 0. How is he still at 13? Okay, super annoying. This is brick now, though, but it probably doesn't matter. We have to just dodge deadly. I think this is how we dodge deadly? What if he has laser base alpha, though? Okay, that's how we dodge laser base alpha. Gosh. I guess this goes here. Alright. I'm playing around. I'm playing around like deadly plus like sugary treat. He does have it. Ugh. It's so annoying. Well, we have the answer, so that's awesome. Heal. I think so, yeah. It's so nice. Excessively nice. So if he plays into something with three health or less here, we're gonna get him real good. Fine. Space time, so annoying. We do get 6 damage though. I feel like I'm gonna have to play this aggressively. Damn, we're kind of out of steam here though. He actually got an environment, which is so annoying. Really? Okay. Might have to now play this defensively. Where's Espresso Fiesta when you need it? Okay, we'll just play the long game now. Getting all these water balloons. Running this to, like, answer Toxic Waste Imp? No, bro. Right, we have to keep these alive in order to win, so I'm using both. We're getting so low, though. Did he just roll all ones? He added attack and then he rolled some ones and he won. Ugh. I can't believe we lost that one. See, buffs would have been good there. We needed an Espresso Fiesta really badly. Alright, let's keep playing here. Sorry, we're 1-1. Brain Freeze not a great matchup because we don't have an answer to gravestones. This is a known sniper. And here's a brainstorm. Nice. This looks like an okay starting hand. Should I get rid of this one though? Alright. I'm gonna try this. It's just summoning and Bungie to answer this. That's fine. That is totally okay. So it's probably just click P for tempo and then double bonk choi to go phase for 6 here. Why not? Should I be doing this on ground so we can actually use the Scorch better? I guess so. We're playing into, you know, next turn Trapper territory, but otherwise our Scorch is in hand. We don't know what he has. So that's 6. Pretty awesome. Fertilize locked and loaded here. If he plays into Scorch, we're gonna be in the money here. I'm really not afraid of what's inside of there, so I'm just gonna buff this one and play this here. It's fine. The Scorch works next turn, so that's awesome. See if he has a 1-drop. He does not. So bro's going down to 5 health here. Nice. The Scorch is huge. Another Bonk Joy. Damn, we're out of cards though. Curve probably needs to be a little higher, it seems. 2 chances to proc the block, and then he'll either get summoning or backup usually. Yeah, it seems like the deck needs a little bit more steam, but we're not getting any of the late game cards. Like an Espresso Fiesta, like, I think I would have won this turn, right? Certainly. Down to 2 health. That's what we get for running 16 1-drops. That's cool. So we'll just play this in whichever lane is empty. Oh, come on. Go face? Why not? A rocket would be devastating here, but honestly, we'll just put another. I guess an environment would be the worst. Yeah, see, that's why this isn't a reliable enough buff, is because it gets answered too easily by any environment. I'm gonna take out the red planet after this for sure. Maybe I'll just run 2 more Potato Sauruses. It would have been better there for sure. Yeah, we're so bricked. I think we also need a 4th. The chat was really getting on my case about the Espresso Fiestas. We need a 4th Espresso for this deck, though. Every single game, we're just begging, please, Espresso, where are you? So I'm going to run 4 Potato and 4 Espresso. And I'll take out 1 copy of something else. Maybe the Water Balloons is bricking a little bit. I'm just playing for Top Deck Espresso next turn, so I'll keep this alive. Thank you, Sir Sparkleton.
Hey Fry, it feels like just yesterday I was in middle school watching you.
Thank
now
you.
I have just celebrated my 21st
Oh my gosh,
birthday.
what is this blob?
Now that I can legally purchase alcohol, is there any drinks you recommend?
I recommend not to drink. Honestly, honest opinion, not worth it. Oh, and we just ran out of cards again. No, no, the worst card in our deck, literally. Well, Coffee Ground's probably worse. We're so screwed here. Huh. Bonus. Got Smash Super. Alright. Time to make some changes here. My version with Captain Cucumber was doing so much better. Alright. We've been thirsty for this. Taking the 4th copy of this out was such a big mistake. I don't know why I did that. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's like this. We will persevere, guys. I think we're also going to emphasize much more keeping more minions in our starting hand and draw into the buffs. Like, we'll keep 1 buff max, you know? What happened to the deck list? So we'll try this. Why not? Bruh. Yeah, Potatosaurus into Espresso is really good. And we do have the fertilized play, which is awesome. We can also go Cabbage Bowl Click Pea. So this will do 5. This will do 4. So this has to be better. It's so good. Probably 1 Cabbage Bowl, 3 Water Balloons better. It doesn't really matter. So his best play is Rocket, so maybe we'll just give him another thing to Rocket. I think I will. This is going to be the best player. Because now, do you take the 7 or do you take the 4? It's up to you, bro. It's a 7-8. What turn? This is turn 3. We should not have a 7-8 on the board. This is not okay, Head Chop. It's fine. It's in the box. Pretty good. That is a really good target for water balloons. So I think we will do it like this. Use this to proc the block. He might have the rocket now. It seemed like he was going for that on turn 3 and he decided chop now and rocket on 4. Yep. A lot of chops and rockets are going to be good against this deck because of the fertilizers and stuff. We're investing 2 cards into 1 and he's using 1 to remove both. Bok choy, chunk boy. Really feels better now we're running the potatoes, 4 potatoes and 4 espressos. Would love to draw into them, obviously. We're gonna spread the love. The love. Weed spray. Ugh. Okay. Heal. Oh, come on. So we need the potato right now. We're out of steam again. How is this happening? I mean, in my original version, I was running Captain Cucumber. Maybe that's just what the deck needs, you know? But anyway. Put some damage. La 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 la. Wannabe Hero is devastating. No way. So obviously we can't even play this on Heights now. Oh, that sucks. This will do 7. We're just dead, right? We have to play this here, unfortunately, just to stay alive. Was the Captain Cucumber the so late? Anyway, it cost 9, so. Alright. This was so good when I was testing before the stream. It was so good. But yeah, he just had Rocket, Chop, Weed Spray, and he just answered everything. Why is this bricking now? Because we're mulliganing away from Potato, but you mulligan into Captain Cucumber, so the Captain Cucumber is better. Maybe that's the whole thing. We just need the captains back. Because you need a card draw card that you're mulliganing into. Maybe the deck only works with the Captain Cucumber. This was how I was testing it before. This is basically the deck list now. I was running 2 more of these and 2 fewer, I don't even remember what. I didn't realize how important the Captain Cucumber was in the first place. I thought like Potatosaurus would be better than Cucumber, but that's where I was wrong. The problem is in the mulliganing. This is more late game than Captain Cucumber. It's more tempo, way more tempo, but you mulligan away from this. This is a card you mulligan into. It's also so good with coffee grounds. Nah. The clickbees also didn't really pop off at all. It seemed really weird to get rid of the clickbees in a tempo deck then. Alright, let's reset the whole thing. And try it like this. Up the curve a little bit. Alright. Reset the whole thing? Let's reset the whole thing here. Alright. Well, it clearly did not stand up to the test. So we're going to be mulliganing for the Sunny Shroom Captain Cucumber, essentially. Alright. But it's not a tempo card. I don't understand. Guys, we're running the whole thing back. Let's go. New video. This is the version I tried before the stream, so we'll see how it does, you know? No refund fries. The bets are settled. The answer was no. And here we go again. Shit. Here we go again. Do we have the right deck here? Alright, let's try this, guys. Well, what's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today I'm really excited to show you this Tempo Chompzilla deck. Tempo being the new strategy you can really do with plants. We're going to be featuring a lot of the new cards that have been buffed in the recent balance patch. Namely, Cosmos is now going to gain 2/2 every single time you play an environment. The play is going to be Cosmos on 1 and Coffee Grounds on turn 2. That's going to give you a 4/4 with double strike on turn 2, which is absolutely ridiculous. We are also running the new Sun Shroom. So this is a tempo card in this deck. The way the tempo means you're gaining more stats on the board than your opponent every single turn. And the Sun Shroom, the way this is going to be helping, you're not ramping up to a big card, even though you can sort of do that because we are running a few late game cards. More importantly, you're going to be gaining 1 extra Sun the next turn than your opponent. And then after that turns into Sunnier Shrooms, you're going to gain 2 extra Sun every single turn. This is all just for a 1 card cost cards. So this is going to, if you have more resources than your opponent, you're going to have more minions and more stats. The cool play you can do with Sunshroom is play this on turn 1, and then just play Captain Cucumber on turn 2. This is going to be conjuring you legendaries. Make sure you don't run out of steam in this deck. Which are going to cost 1 less, and you can be playing those on the board. Captain Cucumber also a really good combination with the Coffee Grounds, since when it's in the Coffee Grounds, it will now be conjuring you 2 cards per turn. Bonk Choi is a newly buffed card because it has Team Up. This is really versatile in terms of playing it in front of plants, behind plants. With the Team Up, it also sort of has Bullseye, because if this is hitting together with something else, it's only charging the block meter once. 2 Team Ups only charge block meter once, so it's putting a lot more damage on the board. Of course, we're running Click Bees. Just Click Bee on 1, Click Bee on 2. Click Bees always take over at least one of the games when we run it. Running some Water Balloons to answer Toxic Waste Imp, which would be a counter to this deck. Also some Vegetation Mutation with the Team Ups of the Sunny Shroom and the Bonk Choi, and the fact we're running all the Double Strike environments. This is going to be getting a lot of value, hitting several minions, and of course, if they're in the Coffee Grounds, they're going to be doing twice as much from this buff. We're also running 4 copies of Fertilize, so this has been newly buffed to 4/4, which is a huge upside. You can even play Sunshroom on turn 1, and then Fertilize on turn 2. That's going to give you a 4/7 Sunnier Shroom on the board, which is ridiculous. Playing this on anything, of course, in a Coffee Ground is going to take over. For the late game, running some Bananasaurus Rex. It gets buffed by Captain Cucumber, just a very solid tempo card. Running some Potatosauruses. Potatosaurus is going to be particularly good because it's untrickable. Potatosaurus on 6, and then Espresso Fiesta, the big finisher in this deck, on turn 7. This will just do, 21 damage worth of bonus attacks. So you'll be able to win in the game with that, or with any of your other cards that are buffed by your Fertilizer or your Vegetation Mutation will be a really good target for the Espresso Fiesta. Let's get right into the game, so hope you guys enjoy, and here we go. And we're going to be doing some bets. If you think we are going to win 6 out of 8 games today, vote yes. 5 out of 8 is going to be a no. Betting our fries over here on the live stream, twitch.tv/fry 'em up. We got the God Curve here. Get one more early game card. Love it. Let's see if we can not get this lightning bolted on turn 1. I'd love if he just played a minion here. Arm Wrestler it is. So if we see the Sumo on turn 2, I'll probably just use the Coffee Grounds here. I don't know. We have another one, so... I kind of want to get greedy here. Should I? It's so much greed not to... I mean... well, he's only going to be able to kill... Even with his Z-Mech Super, he's only going to kill one of them. Alright, we're going to go full greed. It's going to be Chomp. Second Cosmos, so we can get the double buff next turn, theoretically. With the Coffee Grounds. Let's see if he has a Lightning Bolt here. If he ends up with, like, Bungee Plumber plus Lightning Bolt, I'm going to be sad. Alright, we're good. It paid off. The greed is real. And he conceded. Before we could do anything. It was rank 8 though. Should I even count that one? Alright, let's cut that one out of the video. That was stupid. I say I don't count. Rank 9 and below, I say I don't count anyway. Alright, we'll cut that out. Here we go. I'm recording this video after I recorded a reaction video, and you can see I'm losing my voice a little, so I'll try to chill a little bit. We are looking for Coffee Grounds. Cucumber's fine, though. Should I try this against the Morticia? That's the big question here. Anyway. It feels like Morticia always has bats. Oh no! He's running dog to counter Sunny Shroom. Come on, man! Oh, it actually really hurts. Bruh. Okay. Wow, so he gave me a place to... Alright. Fair enough. So we're just gonna play it in lane 2 now. It doesn't do anything. I guess we'll just kill the Cosmic Scientist. It means we're playing Captain Cucumber into this, which maybe is not a good thing. Might as well take the 1 damage on this because it heals. It turns into a 0-3, so doesn't matter if it takes damage. Fry, run Smashing Pumpkin instead of Potatosaurus. Such a great idea. Oh yeah, this move's here. It's fine. Cyborg. Should we play her on Acid Rain? What are we doing here? I think it's Captain Cucumber, right? And we'll play her on Acid Rain. The Cyborg is the one that hunts here, left to right. Well, if we're... This is probably really the play, right? Just to fertilize. This has to be right. This has to be right. Play around Acid Rain, keep the ramp alive. Then we can go Coffee Grounds plus Captain next turn. In fact, we can just go Potatosaurus next turn. Yeah, this is definitely the way. Do we chomp for 6 damage? And play around Evaporate? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! A very decent chomp indeed. It's 6 damage chomp. Okay, so now what? So it's either Captain Cucumber, Sunny Shroom, Double Strike, or it's just straight Potatosaurus. That is not a Garg deck. See, nothing, we'll do no damage here, but we'll have Espresso Fiesta from hell if we just Potatosaurus. I think we just gotta do that, right? Yes. Yes, sir. I don't think the opponent can really answer anything we have here. Did not have a rocket for the 4-7, so that's awesome. And we're set up for like turn 5 Espresso Fiesta with a 7-4 on the board. It's ridiculous. La-di-da-di-da, okay. Didn't need the Captain Cucumbers, not at all. I'm a little weirded with the Captain Cucumber. I'll tell you the lore. I was testing the deck with Captain Cucumber and it did amazing. I took it out and we actually did a little mini stream without it and we were running out of cards. So I'm putting it back in. It's not really a tempo card, but Captain Cucumber is amazing. Let's be real. All right, well, I think that's guaranteed lethal. I guess he can block and then get summoning, but that didn't happen. Bro is dead. Quick 1-0. Damn, that was ridiculous. Let's go. So now what? I don't think you keep B-Rex, especially against Boogaloo. It's a 3-3. Come on. We need another... I mean, you don't keep that without him. Okay, we'll keep the 1-drop, though. Guess you can play this on Heights and then Veggie. It's pretty good. Do I even try this right now? Honestly, there's nothing you can do to develop tempos. I think I draw cards and then just play 2 cards next turn. It's gonna be better. This is fine. Yeah, so... we have so many good plays here. Double Bonk Choi is fine, because it kills this. He's probably going for the tempo play and drawing. The most solid play here is Double Bonk Choi. I want to develop the ramp, but it's not really that important. He's got an answer, you know what I mean? Alright, so we'll double Bonk Choi here. Is that sad? Alright, that's fine. We don't want this hitting phase. The Bonk Choi also does sort of set up protection for the Captain Cucumber next turn. It'll be a good lane. We'll just Captain Cucumber in 1. We can also go Sun Shroom... Vegetation Mutation? Anyway, there's the Bungee. Decided to spend the chunk, the Bungee on a 2-1, essentially, is what he's taking off the board. A 2-1 team-up, though. It's so much better. So now what? Well, easy Captain Cucumber. Probably just get Alienus here. Indeed. Should I play that on ground so I could have revived it? Yeah, I should have played that on ground. Whoops. Getting the 0-1 would actually be fine there. So now what? Obviously not Bananasaurus. I think we'll kill this. We'll play this on ground. See if he doesn't have another bungee. Yeah, the Captain Cucumber on ground would have been great. Damn, too bad. I would have gone, Yes, extinction. It's fine. I feel like we're really neck and neck with the opponent here. This feels pretty good. Because I don't think he's going to have an answer to this B-Rex now. He's already used all these little answers. So this goes on ground. And even if he does, the potato is invincible. He's passing turn 5, so I guess he does have it. He must just have a hand of answers, which is really good, because there's no answer to this. This is invincible. And we're always playing this on ground. I guess he can have like he'd have to have Lunchbox to answer this now. Nothing else will do. Or Trapper, really? Oh, come on, man! Okay, I guess I could have played around Trapper. I was trying to play for our coffee grounds next turn, but now we're kind of, I was going to say we're kind of bricked. Not for long. Okay, now what? We got a minion, yay! Two, looks awfully good. I can also just grow this. I don't think there's anything he can do about this, right? So should I just... I mean, well... 2 looks really good. Alright, let's do it. That's a lot of damage. We should have 18 on his face. I don't see anything that goes wrong here. Another Trapper, I guess, will prevent that. It's fine. But we're still doing 15. Okay. Give this man an espresso fiesta. Hey. Bruh. Alright, well... So we put both of these on ground, and then we buff the Clickbee, I guess. They'll probably answer both of these, but it's fine. Another threat. Nibble. It's totally fine. Should I play around that? Bungee. Evaporate. Okay. Come on, Potatosaurus, roll a 1. It's so good. This is Control Boogaloo. Duh. Come on. Yes! Yeah! We'll take those. Hell yeah. Woohoo! Dum bum 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 bum. Anyway, I love the fact you can just keep a card draw card in your starting hand. That's kind of cool. I don't really like Chonk Boys against this guy. Alright. Alright, we'll keep this. This isn't the same Boogaloo, right? Certainly not. No. It's a separate, completely separate matter. So I guess we spam this on 1. It's okay. Yeah, against like a trick-based removal zombie deck, Potatosaurus is just crazy, man. He would have had to have like either a Zombot or a like cheese shover to deal with that. Sunshroom's not a bad draw here. The fact that this protects him though is so annoying. Alright. It's actually going to come in handy. Because now we actually have a lane to play the Sunshroom, which is nice. But yeah, here's a pet deck. And yeah, this backup dancer is really hurting us here. Too bad. Transform! So now what? We're blocking here? Getting like, just blocking and getting Scorch would be nice. Like buffing this one? Damn. Well, now this hits the 2-2. Is it worth it? It gives him board space. He's trying to proc the block with the 1. I guess that makes sense. So, the play I think is always going to be Captain Cucumber here to keep the ramp going. And then I guess we chomp. I can also fertilize. Would fertilize be better here? It's not bad. It's really not bad. We don't know what superpower he has, but it feels like... Oh no, he played backup dancer, so there's no evaporate. We have to play around our lightning bolt. It's obviously not be Rex. So we either have a 4-4, we draw a card. I think we just draw. I think I am gonna do this now. So we're blocking. Yes, we blocked the 3. I guess that's good, right? I think we'll do this next turn. Keeps the health of the Captain Cucumber up. See what we can get here. Defensive cards would be nice. That is defensive, so we're actually at 6. If we can get to 8, we're going to be in the money here. Damn, we have the Cosmos combo, so let's see what we got. It's either 1-3-2, 4-2... 1, 2, 3 looks pretty good here. This costs 7. So as long as the Sunnier Shroom lives... This is probably just our win condition, so maybe we should just invest everything in keeping this lane alive. And we should also play defense here. This is a little bit weird. The strong play would be these 3. Which I guess we could do. I could do this. It is pretty defensive. There's nothing you can do about this for 4, so we'll fertilize this one. Alright, we'll do it like this. And I'm not playing the Coffee Grounds here because then it dies to Alien Ooze. Yeah, this is fine. I just don't want to die to, like, triple lunch bugs here. It kills us, actually. That is fine. Dude, the punish! See, the Cosmos grows when we play an environment, but if they answer the environment, it also punishes them. Oh, that was so good. Alright. Well, the best case scenario now is if he spam Pineclone useless. What the hell is that? Best case scenario is he spams a bunch of cheap pets and we Kernel Corn him to the Ice Age. That is a really good start. Hell yeah! Oh no, it's a 5-5. Wait. Well... Heal is actually cool here. Yeah, Kernel Corn actually doesn't answer this. That's annoying. I think Bananasaurus Rex, Water Balloons, Heal is the play here. This is good. It's also -3/3. Love to see it. And this plays around Bungie. The heal. Good enough heal. Okay, Kernel Corn's still locked and loaded, so we'll get a better one later. Die. Such a good trade. Here's 7, and then 3. Oh. Come on. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, it's time, boys. Play the music. Cha la 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 la. Da 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 da. Do it on the 6, why not? I can also just kernel corn here. Is this better? I feel like block evaporate kills this really bad. Alright, let's kernel corn. Yep. It's better. Because again, this hits, hit, block, evaporate. There's too many things that go wrong with the espresso. Well, obviously, we'll have a good espresso next turn. He's not answering all this. So that's fine. Here's 6. And he needs his heal. No, he didn't get it. Yes! Nice! I mean, at the end of the day, the Captain Cucumber really carried us there. Really carried us. This Kernel Corn, huge draw. Alright. I don't know why Captain Cucumber is good in this deck. I mean, it's turn 2 Captain Cucumber with double strike, so... I mean, not... He's either turn 2 Cucumber or turn 3 with double strike. Alright, we gotta get the god. Oh, God. I really want to be leaning into these click peas more. This on 1 and then veggie on 2. Honestly, into Morticia probably not good enough. Okay, we'll get rid of Cosmos now. And of course we draw the coffee as we get rid of it. La 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 la. We really have too high of a curve now. But we'll draw into some stuff. So, no Acid Rain, no bats, no summoning. Evaporate. So it's either Evaporate or he's just holding Acid Rain, I guess. I'm gonna go for this. Probably gonna be Beam Me Up. Why not develop this environment here? Worst case scenario, we'll just play something into it next turn. Top deck Captain Cucumber, let's go. I'll take Clickbee. We'll take that any day. Placing the alien is regardless, so might as well get the double strike. Answers. But again, if this is the slow Morticia deck, we have the ultimate counter to it just looming here. Why not go for this? It's probably Mad Chemist on turn 4. Let's be real. It's Teleportation Zombie. Okay. Fair enough. Potatosaurus is coming, guys. So setting this up with Fertilize looks really good. I don't think there's really a need to... Obviously, you don't play it here. It dies on the spot. I don't think there's a need to Scorch. It doesn't really do anything. That's a 7-5. Teleporting into a 7-5 is not... There's the rocket. It's fine. It's also why you don't buff this one. Ah, it's Evaporate. Guess we kind of knew that. Yeah, Teleportation Zombie means that this is now answerable, and I don't like it. Is there a world that we play this into the environment? It does less damage this turn, but it means it always lives. Like, I don't know what 6-drop we're afraid of. I guess Viking would... Viking's such a good trade for us, because we're still gaining. But I do want Espresso. Let's do some math. So this will go to 5-5 this turn. 6-6 kind of does damage. She's probably not going to have an answer to this. A Gravestone would be an answer, though. Alright. This is weird, but I'm going to play into the environment. Get a pretty guaranteed good trade. It also opens this whole lane up for us, because anything else really does not want to be here. This is what would have happened otherwise. A Gravestone would have fronted this. Espresso not active. And he's just going to tie us up for one turn. Now he actually has to play into this. Unless one of these are also a Teleportation Zombie. It's turn 7. He's got... You can tell what turn he has. He didn't play a Cryo Brain, so he's got 5 worth of Gravestones. You can see from the 12 here. Alright, so Espresso is... I mean, we'd have to roll triple 3s. It's pretty good. I mean, you take this Espresso, right? Certainly. There's no... what else would I do? I go 1, 3... 3 would be the other play. Nah, come on. There's a 2, a 1, and a 1. Are you kidding me? Come Come on! No, that was BS. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't deserve. The last one I'm fine with. We rolled a 1. There we rolled 2-1-1 for the win. Look at that block meter. That sad, sad block meter. I think we just double Virginia rolled. That was crazy, man. Bro. Chat saying maniacal laugh would have been the answer to the potato there. I fed into maniacal. Okay, great. I agree. We didn't deserve that. Not at all. All right. I mean, if this dies, this is the play. So I guess we just keep this. I'm seeing the curve. We're feeling the love here. I guess on against Brainstorm. Do we play on heights or on ground? I guess we still play on ground. Trapper doesn't do a damn thing here. Okay. Got away with it. What did he do? He did like telepathy? Oh my gosh, mustaches. Mustaches are good. He can't really do... Honestly, he's just doing damage though. He's got 6 cards, we have 6. So he did nothing. He might be going for backup dancers here. Let's say it's backup dancers, bungee plumber is how he wants to answer this. So this will go in front. Just trying to read, make a soft read here. It's gotta be backup. Which superpower does he not play on turn 1? Summoning you always play. The other 2 I think you play. He might be going for Eureka and just have been getting greedy with the mustaches, which I don't agree with. Alright, Captain Cucumber it is. In front. Playing around backup dancers, bungee plumber. He had nothing? Should have gone after this mustache. Okay, anyway. Survey says, Triceratops. Honestly, with this card draw, this is going to be really good. Hold on. So now what? Quasard. I'm at 5. I would like this to hit both of these, but maybe that shouldn't be the priority. I guess we'll play around Rocket. Since he has 3 left. I want to go 4-1-1, but we're obviously don't have enough for that. These are kind of brick. Well, I guess we'll play these 2 next turn, so it's really not. Also, blocking I think is a really good thing here. I don't have to get greedy for this Triceratops, but I guess it's good to play around Rocket, so maybe I'll just play this. Alright, we'll just play this. Should I spam this? 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, I think we'll save this for the Triceratops. It gets it going, you know? There's the backup dancers that we were expecting. But Bungie will not do it because the Captain Cucumber's hitting face. Teleport. Bro seems kind of bricked. Gizzard, devastating. Bro, come on! Wow, we didn't block. We could have blocked and gotten super too. Oh, come on. Okay. We're still in this. We're still in the game. Let's not let him develop another threat here. Oh, we're on 4 now. Oh, man. Okay. That was harsh. Bruh. Okay. Going after these, there's like no point. 1-2-1, I guess, right? And I'll just try to actually get some face damage here. We'll do the Triceratops play next turn or something. Devastating. We're still in the game. Yeah, Poppies is going to be a good tempo play. Oh man, blow from Quasar to... Huge blow. Because really, that would have gotten his health like to 11. It's like a manageable amount. I'd love to use this later, but honestly, we're going to have to maximize our sun, and we're also are getting a little bit low. The moment he... I don't know, he's only on 5. I don't really know what I'm worried about here. So, which... You know, what gravestone? It's either teleportation zombie and he's going for another gizzard. I would love to get another clickbait here. It actually would be good. So I think I'm going to play these two first. We'll play the clickbait here. Then we'll draw cards, make it increased chance of getting a clickbait. Let's see what happens. No beans. I'm guessing this is a 1 attack, so this should be fine. And then Chonk Boy. Maybe we'll just play a little bit less into second Gizzard Lizard and not spam these. Alright. Teleportation Zombie Gizzard Lizard is kind of the play. Okay, alright, he didn't have it. So that's awesome. Oh, nice. Alright, we're back in the... We're totally back in the game. Look at our late game, too. I didn't realize I kind of messed up the Poppin' Poppies by spamming this here, but... It's okay. We're not in a rush to play the Poppin' Poppies. Now what? If we had an espresso, this would just be an obvious spam. I think this is right. It also buffs the Triceratops again. So it's either Cosmos here or just Bonk Choy here. I guess just Bonk Choy. Go face. There's the gentleman. We're in the game. It was pretty big gizzard, but I don't know, he just seems to be out of steam. He's just not doing enough. See if he has a Bad Moon Rising, or honestly, you know, we kind of played around Mechasaur by spamming this Bonk Choy here. Oh no, he would need a teleport. Never mind. No, there's no teleport Mechasaur. Teleport Viking though we played around. It's a big Bonk Choy. Get rid of our ramp, which is fine. Just makes the Poppin' Poppies that much better. We also have Poppin' Poppies into Bamboozle to draw some cards with several dinosaurs on the board. So this is 10 damage and not 10. It's guaranteed lethal on... I mean, it's our last superpower. So, guys, this is crazy. The team up of Bonk Choy goes nuts, and we actually came back and won that game. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give that man a finisher. Yes. Alright. Alright. Do we keep this against Teacher? I don't really know what Rust Bolts run these days. I guess having a Teacher answer is a good thing, right? I wish I could mulligan a little harder for these click fees. Alright. We're just playing we're mulliganing conservatively here, because we're keeping... This is pretty good against Russell, because there's no, like, summoning. The worst case is Rolling Stone, and it just makes this way better later. And if he doesn't have it, oh, he's cooked now. Bro is cook. Should I have done this on Heights to play around Black Hole? Maybe. I wonder if this should have gone on Heights. Do we play around Black Hole here? I think we do, right? I'm not worried about Beam Me Up. It doesn't matter at all. It's totally fine. Captain Cucumber is the threat here, not this one. This is, or the values are, like, the damage of this is already done. There's, oh my gosh, I might actually just Pine Clone here. Against Rust Bolt, it's so good. Against some heroes, maybe not. But against Rust Bolt, we have a massive Pine Clone here. And it saves this? Oh, we gotta, yeah, we're doing this. So the question is that which of these cards are gonna be better later? The other two I'm just gonna spam here into the Pine Clone. I guess the Bok Choy is probably the best of these three later. I guess so, especially against Rust Bolt. Alright, so... Oh no, but if I want to do the team up, I have to commit the Bok Choy. Okay, so we'll save the Clickbee then, which will arguably be better. I want to team these up. Yep. Here we go. The team up mattering again. The team up has so many little times that it matters. We'll see if he has knockout, but if he was going for weed spray, he's just done. He's so cooked. That's fine. That's fine. So we do 6-4, win this trade. Hell yeah. He's probably going for weed spray next turn. Top deck Molekil suddenly. I'm gonna not play this into weed spray. I probably should have spammed this, because if he plays weed spray, he's completely cooked. He has a knock? You just top decked that? He must not have that last turn. Damn. Okay. We're still doing 4 proc the block. I guess we just want like a B-Rex, Potatosaurus, something like that. Fertilize. We'll take these. We'll take these nuts. Yes! So I'll just spam this now, that we don't, there's no weed spray. We still could have weed spray, actually. Did we just totally feed our life into weed spray? If Captain Cucumber draws 1 card here, though, we're in good shape. Oh, no. Come on. Damn it. Okay. So we really need Potatosaurus and Espresso to win. Are these, I don't know. I mean, this will kill the teleportation zombie, so it stalls. It's a clickbait. Might as well. Bro, it's the field clear. The weed spray got us, and then it was the Gizzard Lizard almost got us last time. Trickster is available already. Damn, man. So a really solid control deck with a lot of field clear. I guess, yeah, I could take this out. We're on 7 here, so we can reduce the threat of this a lot. And we have Espresso locked and loaded. So this game is still winnable. He's only at 11 health. Honestly, if we top deck Potatosaurus, I think we're going to take this one. But yeah, there's only 2 in the deck. That was pretty rough. Here's B-Rex. It's one of the few good cards here. And we'll see if we can pull this off. Should I be waiting on this? He passed with 8. Like, the chances of this living is like 0. It's going to be a 2-3. The thing maybe we would wait is either for, like, double strike, for something else to clog this lane first. Vegetation mutation. There's a lot of things that would make this more likely to live, so I think we'll wait on this here. Bruh. Where's our potato? Do I wait again? What is happening right now? I think I let this proc our block, though, just so we can have a full block meter against the second Trickster, you know? He'll probably teleport Trickster here now. No. Bats, bruh. We're still okay. Full block meter. We have to now start pulling the trigger. He probably just has another weed spray. Chemist. Weed spray just ends the game here. Answers. Answers! Okay, left this alive, which is cool. Cards? Yes? We're looking for like a fertilize. I don't know what turn it is right now. Could you pass, bro? Could you pass? This is gonna go now to 6. It's gonna be 6, 6, and 6. Well, we have to do this, right? Certainly. Yup. We're YOLOing it. Game completely winnable, guys. Oh no, I should have played around shot. No, no. 4 doesn't do it. 4 is not enough. Here we go. The 7 cost espresso. We roll a 3. We roll a... no, we lost. I rolled double 3s. Come on, man. Well, I guess it's karma for the other game where we rolled a bunch of 1s and he got shot. Devastating. Alright, GG. Bro did not respect the cosmos. Almost paid for it. You rolled double 3. See, fertilized espresso would have been... nah, would have been the same thing, right? Here's Immortetes. I hate these with Immorticia, though. Why aren't the click bees ever doing anything? That's my question. I'm gonna actually mulligan this away because I'm never playing it on turn 1 against Immorticia. Too bad. So we'll spam this, I guess. Close one. Why does every Immorticia I face have bats? Come on. Just lately, it feels like it's automatic. And so the reason I got rid of the Sun Shroom, it's so unplayable. Turn 1 bats, turn 2 beam me up. At least this takes the bats off the board, you know? Complete Cinnabon. Absolute Cinnabon. I guess we're drawing out the extinction event so the Captain Cucumber becomes better. The cool thing is that you play Captain Cucumber on ground. Actually, well, no, but there's no Acid Rain. Yeah, we'll play it on ground because there's ways of reviving the 0-1 Captain Cucumber. A lot of ways of reviving it in this deck. So we'll definitely go for that. If it gets alien oozed, I'm talking about. You don't want it to die. You want it to be a 0-1. Extinction. So it's a control Morticia deck, so this is going to be the real hard hitter here. So we'll go Captain Cucumber and this. Keeping this one alive is probably unimportant. I think we want it to be alive, though. I want this Captain Cucumber that's actually hitting. I want it to hit before this one dies so that we get extra discount. It looks like it doesn't die anyway. Fries, the Grass Knuckles P deck still viable. Obviously, the Torchwood got nerfed. It doesn't have Bullseye, so that makes the deck worse, but yes, it's still viable. Just not quite as overpowered. Alright, so it dies. We're in great shape still. The Great Zucchini at 7 cost. Love it. That's gonna be devastating. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So we're at 6 now. So potatoes a play. There's no chomp. I'd love to do this. This will go up to... it's not worth it. We'll do that next turn. So maybe just potato here. Get rid of their ramp. We're basically going to Gray Zucchini next turn, though. It's got to be potato here, right? In here. Alright. This gets the discount from the cucumber. Love to see it. Opponent's got 6 brains. The thing they could do is kill the Sunnier Shroom here, which would be really annoying. But if they don't, it's going to be Great Zucchini. Oh yeah, just card draw. It's fine. You're right. Would love to see the opponent play a big minion. Man, this grows too. Second Great Zucchini. So we have Great Zucchini on 7 and 8. That's awesome. This is as good as we'll get this game for sure. Heals the potato to full health. Heals our face. And, we got espresso. Okay. Do I espresso here? Can roll triple ones. Is it worth it? You might be going for a teleport Mechasaur. This is pretty damn good. I guess I'll just wait till next turn, right? Yeah, I'll wait till next turn. I'll use the cheap one so we can spam the, This denies Teleport Mechasaur, denies Bad Moon Rising. I think this just goes here. It'll play around Teleport Viking. Teleport Viking. Alien News is fine. So it means we're going face for 7. Bats was used, right? Pretty good. Still ramping. So now it's going to be Veggie Espresso. And this has to be guaranteed lethal, right? Because even if he blocks and he gets a guy, then if he blocks and gets a guy, we still power through it. So this is guaranteed lethal. And we rolled a 1. Nice. Alright, I want a good Cosmos game. I feel like that's kind of the whole point of the deck, and we've just not been getting the God curve, so I'm gonna, since the bets are over, congratulations, yes voters. I'm gonna completely full send for Cosmos Coffee Grounds here. We gotta get it here. Come on. Alright, we're looking for Cosmos. Oh my gosh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, that, why is everyone in Morticia? It's so annoying. So 1, 2, 3. Is this good? I think it's good. We're gonna see if we can find the one game where the opponent doesn't start with bats. Come on, no bats. Please. Should I have just waited till turn 3? Nah, I don't care. No bats. Yes! Yes, no bats! Guys, we're doing it! We're doing it, we're doing it. Guys, it's time to play. Guess what turn it is? We have a 4-4 double strike. This is so insane, bros. Hell yeah. Ah, it's fine. Yeah, so this is really, 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 really good. Look at this play here. This is so crazy. How is he supposed to deal with this? This is unfair. Alien News. It's so insane, the tempo. Dude, just concede. Just concede. That's fine. We're still doing 8. Ridiculous. He just had to alien as a 1-drop, by the way. Well, It's definitely beat Rex, and Immorticia, again, doesn't deal 3 very well. It's just gonna have to be another Alien Ooze. So this is awesome. That really doesn't do anything. And no Alien Ooze. The Bananasaurus is just off the hook. We'll have Chomp Banana next turn. That does nothing, bro. Actually, yeah, this just dies to the double strike. We'll get 3 here. So much damage. So we'll just Bonk Joy then. Screw this guy. I guess here, right? Maybe here? Yeah, I forgot about Acid Rain. I should have played around that. I should have just done those both on heights. That was stupid. Yup. That might have been game losing. Doesn't kill the 2-2. Instead it goes for the trays. That's fine. Opponent's down to 3 health. We're getting a little low in cards here. This is perfect. That's fine. Get chomped, bozo. And there's no Acid Rain, so this is going to draw us another card. A much needed card here late in this game. The Double Strike Captain Cucumber. This is a huge part of the deck. Wow, he's actually feeding us an extra legendary. I don't think that was right. Because now at least 1 he would block, but now we're going to gain 2, and that's just going to... I think that's going to just put this guy away because we have insane card advantage now. Come on, man. Do we Espresso Fiesta here? No, it's not right. It can't be right. I guess it's just like this, though. We got 2 dinosaurs off of that. It's so great. But we're going to draw again from the Captain Cucumber, which is ridiculous. It's fine. Evaporate would prevent the draw. Did not get it. So we're fortunately getting another cashing in for another legendary here. And we have the Espresso Fiesta locked and loaded. Now, guys, the correct play, of course, is Espresso Fiesta. It's guaranteed lethal. But between me and you, as a fan service, what fun would that be? It's Cornucopia on turn 8. That's fine. Yes. Get that weak stuff out of here. Alright guys, well that could not have gone much better. And really, the carry from that game, it wasn't even the Captain Cucumber that helped finish. It was the Cosmos and the Coffee Grounds and the Vegetation Mutation with the Bok Choy. That was crazy. But that was I mean, that game was exactly everything that this deck is supposed to accomplish. Yes. So that was the, we got the 7-1. The answer, of course, is yes. If you want, of course, it's going on YouTube. If you guys want to see more decks like this, be sure to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Fry. Hell yeah. Woohoo! 56% voted yes after the first flop. Yeah, and listen, the Captain Cucumber hard carried. It really did. So, I guess the deck needs Captain Cucumber. That's what I took out of the deck, and that's what was missing. I still want to make another version of this that's just way more aggressive, you know? Maybe it not running Espresso, maybe just running plant food at that point. I definitely want to do that, though. But anyway... Alright guys, my voice is gone. I'm not doing the daily. I will check your decks though. Enough is enough. It's 3 a.m. Let's go to sleep. Let's get the hell out of here. How many people are watching? 300 on Twitch and 800 on YouTube. We peaked at about 850. That's crazy. Clearly the deck needs Captain Cucumber. I don't even think I understand. I mean, this is probably the best example. I don't think I understand why Captain Cucumber is a good card. I know whenever I run it, the deck pops off, but there's something in the theory that I'm not understanding. This deck doesn't seem like a good Captain Cucumber deck because it's a heavy early game tempo. Why are you putting a 3-cost 1/4? It's so slow, but it clearly made the deck work, so I don't even know, man. I do want to find a version of this that maybe aggro and maybe just running strike throughs as finishers. Maybe that is it. Get rid of bok choy. Get rid of vegetation mutation. Run strike throughs on 3, 4, and 5. I want to theory craft this real quick. This was really fun, obviously. I think now I figured out what the deck is. Here, that was Chompzilla. Now let's make a new deck. It's called Agrozilla. Here's the deck, guys. Maybe not the Sunnier Shroom? Okay, I'm open to that. Oh no, but we need the team-ups. No, we need the team-ups. And then like this. I feel like one more team up would go a long way, but yeah, this is off. These mixed nuts is not it, man. Okay, so run 2 of these, and then you run 2 cabbages. Wait, but I want buffs though. I want like a couple of fertilize and stuff. All right, so you run 0 of these. You run 1 cabbage and 3 fertilize. Now this looks like a deck. I just feel like if you're playing the card advantage game, it's not really tempo anyhow. Then do we need the Sunnier Shroom? Okay, so maybe we don't need this anymore. And we'll run 2nd cabbage. third fertilize. And Captain Cucumber, no, I don't know. And 2 veggies, maybe? Two espressos, maybe. 2 laser beans. There's so much we can do here, actually. What's gonna... Let's look at the curve here. The curve looks really good. Like, really good. So there's 2 lasers, maybe? Two veggies? Beat Rex? There's so much we could do here. Question is, what's correct? Can run water balloons too. So it's either laser, B Rex, maybe espresso though. Seriously, maybe just 2 espressos. Is it too late for this deck? With 4 plant food, probably espresso is too slow. I think it's just vegetation mutation. I could run this. I could run 2 of these. Just as a 2 of. This probably is the best one, right? Cute. Is this any good? Kinda sad. I think this is fine, because this allows you to spam faster. I think this is the deck. Alright, anyway. Elderberry. It's not a bad idea. Na 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 na. Lily into Astracata. Alright. Anyway, I'll try that one offline. We'll see how it goes. Just some theory crafting for you guys. My voice is gone. I can't talk anymore. Guys, I have to check the decks and leave. Let's go. Check the decks. Check the decks. Check them. Don't wreck them. The first one is from Wild is Numb. Have I been streaming for 3 hours? Wow. Split pea. Maybe. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Ba da da da. Ba da da da. Na 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 na. Spread gloves, not hate. This is from Wild is Noob. Dino gloves. Cute idea. Otherwise, looks like a pretty solid tempo deck. I think just instead of gloves, if you ran Steel Magnolia, though, that would be 100 times better. Gary, why move things if you can just fix the trade by adding health and a lot of stats on the board? Here's Gareed. Now make Sunshroom cost 1. It's lower, guys. High quality meme. Na 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 na. Next, it's Water Go. Fry, you never understand my decks. This is a simple one. Not surprised. It's just a Starch Lord deck. Is Shallory a root? It's just like aggro team up Starch Lord. Again, I don't really understand if it's an aggro. I mean, I guess it's also why do I run Captain Cucumber, so maybe this is exactly what the deck needs. It's a team up with Go Nuts. Looks pretty good for what you're doing. Maybe you need some Shamrockets, though. Gunuts, I don't think are developing quick enough. Next, we got Unfixed. Potato Espresso. You're going Captain Combustible. You're like adding tempo, adding aggression, going Captain Cucumber, which I have no opinion about. You got Repeat Moss, and you have, you know, several win conditions and Fig. I mean, it looks like an overall good value deck. I don't really read text. I'll read like 1 or 2 lines of text. Otherwise, too much. Such small text. Mid-game. It's a ramp. Is this considering old Primal Sunflower? If you really want a ramp card, run Sunny Shroom instead of Sunflower. It's objectively better. I know you're trying to get some flower synergy, but it's not worth it for that. I don't know if this is enough. Okay, so you're enough strike there. I would get rid of the card draw and just run like Astrocado. I guess this is a nice little budget deck the way you have it, though. In fact, Sunny Shroom instead of Primal would make it even more budget. Maybe this is really what this is, like a budget ramp. It's actually, I love this idea. I'm gonna write this down as a budget deck. Budget ramp to strike throughs and plant food. Sunny, Shroom, Power, Flower, Fertilize. I think this actually could be really good. I do want to anyway make a deck with Fertilize and Power Flower. I might as well make it a budget deck at this point. I think you also only run Cabbage Bolt as a 2-of. I really like what you're doing here as a budget deck. I would even get rid of the super rare. It's completely unnecessary. Next, it's Asan Games. I love it. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. It's Conjure Elite Plant version. Why is everything so small here? Oh, I didn't have it. That was weird. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. 'Cause I love it. 'Cause I love it. I don't be nobody, nobody. I don't nobody no more. I don't nobody no more. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. 'Cause I love it. 'Cause I love it. All right. Asan Games, Conjure Elite Plan version. Cool. I'd probably do this with Spadao and run Captain. Oh no, but then you can't run the leaps. Okay. So Conjure Leap. Is Starch Lord good with that though? There's something here with the Cosmic Nut. I like it. That card it conjures usually can't leap. I like this idea. I gotta work. I think with Captain Cucumber this would be better than with Starch Lord, right? So it would have to be Captain Combustible. It looks good. I don't have a better idea. Ignore everything I just said. Nice deck. Mirror Clay. Disney's Elsa. So it's a freeze deck. Freeze is very strong. You're also running some strike throughs to go along with it, which is not bad as a finisher. Sorry, I didn't display it. I think Dragon might be better than like the in this deck than the Jack-o'-lanterns. I'd run Dragon instead. You might need like some water balloons just to have a little bit more early game too. And the last one. Oh, my voice is so gone. Is a Discord invite. It's from Van Heracle. And you will find the Discord invite in your Twitch DMs. Welcome to the family. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, 'cause I love it. I said I'd talk about that. My voice is gone. I gotta go. But yeah, I've been in the Philippines shopping around for a new country to live, and I found it. I'm really, really enjoying it here. I'm gonna move here someday. I have kids who live in Toronto, so that's the thing that would delay me from actually moving here full time immediately. Otherwise, yeah, I would totally sell everything in Canada and just move. I'll probably stick around Canada for a few more years till they're a little bit older. I think like once they're, teenagers, that'll be the real time to just move here 100%, Maybe they'll come with me, who knows? Who the hell knows? Yep, it's okay. Not gonna give it timeout. Just try to not dominate the
Hi,
chat
Ty,
with
what
your
did you
text,
have for
like not
lunch
to be
today?
putting,
Also, have a good day.
10 messages per minute, please. Thank you.
I am here. Let's start this.
Ah, you missed it, bro. I did not eat lunch. I only ate breakfast. I'm gonna go eat lunch now, guys. I can't. I wanted to stick around and talk a little more, but my voice is completely gone. I gotta give it a rest so I can stream tomorrow. Bye, guys.